So today we're going to talk about the binary number system. I think binary is really fun. It's a different number system. It's almost like a secret code. I think it's really cool. So our number system, the one that we use called the decimal system, is a base 10 system, right? You've learned that since pre-K, where you're like, this is the ones, this is the tens, this is the hundreds, right? And then you can even do negative exponents, where it's the tenths, the hundredths, the thousandths. Okay, where we put the digits 0 to 9 into the powers of 10 to determine the value of a number. What's anything to the 0 power? 1. 10 to the first is 10. 10 squared is 100. 10 to the third is 1,000. 10 to the fourth is 10,000, and on and on and on. Okay, I could even take it this way and say 10 to the negative 1 is 1 over 10. 10 to the negative 2 is 1 over 100, right? So our number system is where we use the digits 0 through 9. So if I gave you 547.23, right? We have 5 hundredths, 4 tens, and a 1. Then we have 2 tenths and 3 hundredths, right? It's a base 10 number system. Binary is actually way easier, and it's a method of representing numbers that has 2 as its base. Okay, so instead of 10 to the 0, it's 2 to the 0, 2 to the first, 2 squared. And what makes it easier is that the only digits, instead of having 1 through 9, you can only use a 0 and a 1. And each successive digit represents a power of 2. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is one of those things that's way easier to see it in practice than to just talk about it. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we are going to fill out what I kind of call our little binary chart. So 2 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 is 1. 2 to the first is 2. 2 squared is 4. Then add another power of 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 16. 32, 64, 128, and 256. Okay, so we've kind of filled in our little coding chart. And so now we're going to take the binary code that we're given, and we're going to figure out what is the decimal number. What's the number that's representing? So our first code is 11001. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So I'm going to start over here in my 5th column. And I'm going to fill in 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So what this means is that I have a 16, I have an 8, and I have a 1. 16 plus 8 plus 1 is 25. So 11001 is the binary code for 25. Okay, let's look at, oh, these are all labeled A. That's good. Okay, let's look at the next one. I have 3, 6, 7 numbers. So I'm going to start in my 7th column. Okay, and I have 111, 111, 0, 0, 0, 1. So what am I adding? Okay, the ones and zeros are almost like yeses and nos. So I have a 64, a 32, a 16, no, 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 and a 1. So 64 and 32 is 96. 96 plus 16 is 112, plus another 1 is 113. I'm going to double check before I sign off on that. Let's look at it. 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 1. Awesome. 113. Okay, let's look at our next one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. So I'm going to start in my 6th column. Do you see what I'm saying? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So what did I say yes to? I said yes to 32 and yes to 2. No, 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 no. 32 plus 2 is 34. So on your own paper, why don't you fill in this binary code? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits. Okay, so fill it in, see if you can add it up, and then come back and we'll check your answer. Okay, what you should have filled in is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So we should have added 256. You know what? I'm going to use a calculator. So 256, you added a 64, we added a 16, a 4, and a 1. And you should have got 341. See, it's fun, right? It's cool. This is how computers work in coding. So let's look at going kind of the reverse. If I gave you the number 200 and I asked you to write it in binary code. So what we're going to do is we are going to start, actually, no, we'll do that one first. Okay, so 200. So which one of these numbers is the biggest number that I can fit into 200? 128, right? Does 128 go into 200? Yes. So then what else can I add? Can I add a 64? What does that give me? Right? If I add 128 plus 64, am I at 200 yet? Nope. So can I add 32? That's too much. Can I add 16? That's too much. How much do I need left to make 200? Just an 8. So the binary code for 200 would be 11001000. Okay, let's talk about the binary code for 48. What's the biggest number I can fit into 148? Or sorry, into 48. 64 is too big. 32, yes. 32 plus 16 is 48. Is that what I'm trying to make? Yes, so I don't need any of these other numbers. So 110000. Okay, oh, and we can put a little 2 down here to show that it's binary. Okay, 120, let's look at it. I can do 64 and 32, that's 96. So can I add a 16? Yes, that's 112. So what am I missing? Another 8. 0, 0, 0. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. I'm going to put a little 2 to show that that's the binary. And that's my code. So why don't you guys try 65 on your own and then unpause the video and come back and check. Okay, for the number 65, we have 64. And then the only other thing I need to add to that is a 1. So all of these others would be 0. So 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. And the awesome thing is that you can take any number, and write it in binary code with just ones and zeros. It's pretty awesome. So on your homework, you are going to have a page of problems that look like this, and then I will give you a blank binary code page. You have to know these numbers at the top. You need to be able to know that it starts at 1 and it increases by a power of 2, but you will have a chart to use on your homework as well as on your test. So just make sure when you send me your homework that you include your binary chart so I can see that you did the work and didn't just, Google it.